Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today's weekly outlook, I'm going to do a video on it instead of doing a PDF the way I've been doing it. So let's start with DXY as usual. That is normally our first thing that we look at. We look at DXY because DXY is the dollar, and most currencies, especially if you're trading the major pairs all have a relation to the dollar because they have the dollar in it, and that is why we have to look at DXY. So DXY here, what did we do? This is the weekly time frame, and as you can see, we had this fair value gap here that price had formed. So this was an internal range liquidity. So I've been looking at this external range liquidity as the next place where price is likely to get to. So we have that, and then we also have, which is also a sell side liquidity. And then we also have a sell side liquidity here. So I'm still looking at these as potential places price is likely to get to. So let's move down to the daily time frame and see what we have. So on the daily time frame, as you can see, this is what price did. From this internal range liquidity, we made this lower low. Price retraced back. We tapped it before again we made this lower low. So far, what are my key levels for this week? Because that is very important. Every week when I'm looking at weekly outlook, I need to mark key levels that I anticipate price to respect. And if they are violated, it also invalidates my bias and all that. So here right now what we have this inversion fair value gap here, because this is a bullish fair value gap. We inverted it and price has just been tapping it the whole of last week on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and now also Friday price tapped it. So this inversion fair value gap is a key level for me. So what I want to see, if the price is to go down to our sell side liquidities, I don't want to see price violate this inversion fair value gap. If we violate it, then price might be willing to go up. But for now, I'm ready to see maybe price take out this buy side liquidity. We have this high here and this high here. So these are like relative equal highs. So I'd like to see price do such a thing. Maybe we come take out these highs. And then now we have this move going down. So that is what I like to see for my bearish bias to be valid. However, if we violate, and by violation I mean candle close, if we have a candle close body above this, then that would mean price is willing to go up and maybe we might get to these highs here. So if you move to the 4-hour DXY, what do we have? So on the 4-hour, what I see so far, we have this fair value gap here. So maybe price, this is what I like to see. I won't be shocked if I see price doing this. If we come here and then now before we go take out these highs, these are the highs I was talking about. So these are the relative equal highs. We take them, then we violate it. We actually invert it. Once we invert it, then it's going to give us a move now for a bearish move. So that is DXY. And then we can also have a look at USD JPY. USD JPY and DXY are positively correlated. So positively correlated pairs, it's because the base has USD. The base is the USD. And remember, DXY is just the USD, literally, it's the US dollar index. So let's start from the weekly. So guys, always whenever we're looking at bias and we are trying to see what price will do, we always use the higher time frame. Weekly and daily, majorly. 4-hour, you just maybe some key levels, but majorly weekly and daily is where you should spend most of your time in. So, okay, so far, what has price done? Again, so we had this internal range liquidity, this fair value gap here. So price tagged that fair value gap. So we have these sell side liquidities down here. I was expecting price to get here. I know you can see, so fair value gap, we have this candle number 1, candle number 2, candle number 3. I know the week of candle number 3 is here, the week of candle number 1 is here. But always, anytime we have a volume imbalance, whenever you're marking your fair value gap, you mark the fair value gap all together with the volume imbalance. So this here is a volume imbalance. And that is why you see my fair value gap is getting to this candle body and not just here. I'm not marking only this here and that place there. I hope that is clear. So we tagged that and then we had this move down. So let's go see the daily what price has done. This as a rejection block here. So this here might be a good rejection block. We see price rejecting and we go down because remember USD JPY and DXY are positively correlated. So if I'm expecting bearish move in DXY, also USD JPY, I'm also expecting the same. And USD JPY, we have this wick here. So most of the time, anytime you see a wick on the higher time frame, if you move to a lower time frame, most of the time it's normally an order block. So this is a daily. Let's move to a lower time frame and see. So you can see this is the order block. This is the wick. You see? So higher time frame wicks. If you move to the lower time frames, it's an order block. So I want to see maybe if price can do this maybe Monday, Tuesday, maybe I don't want it to see violating the 50% of this week. Maybe we do that before we have that move down. So that's what I want to see. I don't want to see the 50% violated. Again, guys, I'm going to use USD DXY as my key monitoring tool. If that inversion fair value gap is violated, automatically I will also be expecting USD JPY to also do the same. So now let's move to Euro USD. So Euro USD, we've been bullish. So we still have more buy side liquidity. We still have that buy side liquidity. We still have more buy side liquidities up here that I'm anticipating that price might get to. But so far, what have we done? So let's see. So we had this weekly fair value gap. You can see price tapped it. We did not violate. I want you guys to know that anytime we wick past our key level or our PDRA, as long as the candle body closes are inside our PDRA, we are good. So the wick can do the damage, but the candle body is what tells you the story. So our violation is only valid if the body closes past our PDRA. On the daily, so price did that. What I'm marking as my key level here is this order block here. So I want you to see these two consecutive bullish candles. I don't want to see price closing below this low here with a bearish candlestick. So if we get this, that would be now like an order block will have formed. And this is what I would expect would push price now to go down. So I don't want to see this low here violated by price, especially body closes. I don't want to see that. So I'm watching this. I'm expecting that price might get support and then we continue going up. However, if we violate it and we have that bearish, now our bias changes to bearish. I'm looking at this sell side liquidity, this sell side liquidities, and I'm sure by the time you see Euro USD violating this key level on the DXY again, you will see that our key level has also been violated because remember, Euro USD and DXY are negatively correlated, which means they move the opposite. So GBP USD, if we are to look here from the weekly, we have this weekly fair value gap here. So price might still want to come tap this before we continue going up. So on the daily, we have this fair value gap here. You can see price tagged it, and then we had that move, and here we are right now. So we have this order block here. I'm watching this order block as my key level. Let's go have a look at gold. So if we look at gold from the weekly, you can see we had this fair value gap, which was tapped this week, and this is what we had. So we have this buy side liquidity up here. We also have this buy side liquidity up here. So if you move to the daily, you can see last week we had this fair value gap. Price, got support on this fair value gap, and then we have this order block here. So this order block is my key level in gold. I don't want to see this order block violated. I would really like to see this order block act as support for price so we can continue going up. GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, if we start from the weekly, batted this bearish fair value gap. Then price came, tagged it, and this is what we have so far. So this is last week, the week that just ended, and we have this order block here. So I like how it's really setting up for the week, because GBP JPY, I'm bullish. I'm looking at this buy side liquidity. So we have this buy side liquidity here. We also have this buy side liquidity here. And these are like relative equal highs. This high here and this high here. Such kind of highs and lows, price likes to go there. So I'm looking at this as my draw of liquidity daily and see what we have. So if we move to the daily, we can see that we have this order block here. This here is an order block. I want to see maybe Monday, Tuesday, maybe price might, might retrace a little bit before finally we get our movement up. Have a look at NAS 100. And if you look at NAS 100, we have been bullish for some time now. This buy side liquidity up here is so obvious. I'm looking at this buy side liquidity as my draw of liquidity for NAS 100. Then apart from that, we also have this fair value gap here that has been inverted. So this is an inversion fair value gap. And also, of course, we have an order block here. So on the weekly, I'm anticipating that this inversion fair value gap will act as my key level for the week. I'm anticipating that price might tap it, and then before we continue with this bullish move. So on the daily, yeah, you already have that order block there. So you also have that there. So yeah, so I won't be shocked if price comes, takes out this liquidity, because all this is our inversion fair value gap. This orange is our inversion fair value gap. So I won't be surprised if price comes. Actually, I would love to see price come. We just take out some liquidity. Maybe we can take out these lows here before now we move our way. So that is all I had prepared for my weekly outlook. Enjoy the rest of your week. For those people who are on my Telegram group, I'll be giving you an update or as the markets is still printing. If you've not joined my Telegram group, just check the link in the description. You can join my Telegram group so you can follow along as I'm following the markets.